Today I'm going to be playing Finx Brawl Stars to see if the latest HyperCharge is going to make him an S tier brawler or not. Off the rip, I'm going to buy Finx's HyperCharge from the Brawl Stars shop using code PAN. Now, if you played the Wasabi update of Brawl Stars, which was when Kaze was released, you will know that Finx has a very interesting Wasabi power, aka a mutation. And that mutation is that his super follows him around. And he also puts down another super in the spot that he was anyway going to be doing. So that is going to be a huge hypercharge, especially on an open map. Maybe it's going to be great in overtime. Maybe it's not going to be as good in other situations. But I'll put this down here just to make it a little bit easier for my teammates to get stuff going. I also have a gadget, so that's probably a good way to get the hypercharge. I also don't know how many shots it takes to get the hypercharge. Haven't figured that out. I remember Ruffs being really fast towards getting the hypercharge, but not sure if that's the case with other stuff. Yeah, I'm going to use the gadget to get out of that. Give 0 value to the... what's her face? The spike. But the thing is, right, the spike can still kind of zone me out. I still don't have my hypercharge. I had one super, but I haven't done anything since. Okay, I got another super down. So it seems like it's about like 2.5 supers, maybe 2 and 3 supers. So I don't think it's going to be all that difficult to get the hypercharge. Maybe you might get one in a game, but that's just basically going to be the max that you're going to be getting out of this. Okay, I don't want to use my super just yet because obviously the hypercharge is going to give me so much value. And in this video, I want to see if the hypercharge is good or not. Okay, I finally got the hypercharge. Now, how do we use this? Well, I think we're going to do this. Okay, we got lots of value there. We kept them back, but no goal, but we do have the lead. So it's not scary by any means here. Okay, we're gonna face 2 tanks and a Kaze here. The tanks are gonna be good for me because that means I can get my supers and hypers much faster, but still gotta be careful about how I play this one. We're gonna have the Kaze being annoying, and I don't want to give Kaze value, but I did, so that is not a good thing. But we got the goal anyway, it doesn't matter. Now the Primo is hyper, no, sorry, the Primo is super, so that is something to think about here. And luckily that El Fuego didn't hit me. That Kaze is AFK. That Kaze is not AFK. That Kaze is hypercharge. That Kaze is not doing anything. That's gonna be game. Didn't get used my super hypercharge, but that's fine. Kaze, Amber, Clancy. I don't like these matchups because I obviously have to play a little bit better than I have been if I'm going to be going through these matchups, and I don't want to be repeating the Clancy. Okay, I got the Clancy with a triple tap, pass the ball up to Royer. I auto-aim so much, and I didn't get any value from the auto-aim. Oh, that's goal. That's goal. Oh, wait, I didn't realize Royer was still alive. What just happened? Well, that was mostly a my B situation. I've done nothing for my team. Pass the ball up here. Got that going. Is that goal? That's not going to be a goal. So my super is going to be very useful for taking down some of the brawlers. On the right-hand side, I'm going to put this down here, and that means that, well, I'm going to get value, but are they going to get value? I don't really know. One more shot to super. A few more shots towards my hyper as well. Okay, great. Gonna put down my super there. And that's a goal. I mean, that's a kill. That was a very bad gadget, not gonna lie. And Amber having the hypercharge, I do not like. But luckily, I anticipated that, so that's gonna be a goal. And I mean, that's gonna be a kill. Kaze has hyper as well. I'm gonna put down my hyper as well. What's she gonna do, Amber? There really isn't anything you can do here, Amber. That's gonna be game. That is GG's. Thank you for playing. Bye-bye. Oh, yeah. Trunk, and Mr. Lou. Okay, I have my super. I don't want to use it. I want to just make sure that the Lou doesn't charge up his. Ugh. No, come on. Come on! Now, how's he still alive? Okay, Hyper Bear. Nope, no Hyper Bear. There's a stun, though. Okay. I still have my Hyper. I still haven't used it. Come on. Get that kill. Good. I have my HyperCharge. I'm going to go for that here. Big HyperCharge. It doesn't matter. We got the goal. Awesome. Good job, team. Put my super down there. Ball's being passed here. I'll just score it in. I don't want to waste any time. Finx is one of those brawlers where you have to chip away at the enemies, and it's all about getting that control and keeping that control. So you have to either, like, the only way you use your super is either to get kills or to ensure that you stave away any opponent aggression. That is a kill. I'll pass the ball here. That's a goal. I mean, that's another kill. That's another one. Oh, stun. Stun. Okay, got another one. Frank is dead. Oh, that was a big super. Oh, he didn't get the kill. That's crazy. Okay, Frank going in. Doesn't matter. I'm going to get my super a lot often. A lot more often in this match, just because of the matchups that we have here. We can't take out the Frank unless we do, like, just a fuck ton of damage. There isn't, like, a win button game here. See, I already got... Ooh, I already got, like, my second HyperCharge coming in. Wow, that Rico is cooking with his Hyper. So much value on the right-hand side. Damn. Okay, got my teammate alive. At least that's what matters. See, Frank is going to get his HyperCharge soon, but I am also going to get mine. So another HyperCharge coming in. That's going to be the end of Lily, maybe. That is goal. Bye-bye. GG's. And that's how you do it. That's how you do it. 8-0. Wow. If you have a decent team, then it's certainly possible to get lots of value with that Finx super and even the HyperCharge. I feel like one of the biggest things about Finx is that he's a brawler that you tend to see with high use rates later on in the meta, like much higher up in the meta. So you shouldn't be expecting good Finx compositions or plays. It's very situational, but with the right situation, it is such a good brawler to have on your team and in your arsenal, especially for matches which require a lot of control or maybe even some kills here and there. The only thing which is decent is that that dude is using Fertilize and not Curve. Curved, whatever it is. Fuck, I forgot the name of the star power. Oh, that's good. Curveball? Curveball. Yeah, it's not curveball. Okay, I got my super here, and I don't know. Woo, that is value. Value. Gonna pass the ball up. I needed to pass the ball up. I am gonna regen. I am sure Kenji's dead. And I don't like this ball placement just because Crow can jump away. He can jump behind us, and that would be a problem. Ooh, I get taken out, but it's good. We are in a good spot. We have goal advantage. Temples is trying to keep them at bay, but he's going to be taken out for sure. I'm going to get my super, and then we got to see if I can get my hyper super. He's using fertilize, so unless I help, he's not going to get killed. It doesn't matter. We got goal here. We got the win. HyperCharge, but he got no value with the hyper. Oh, the poor baby. So Finx is not a way that, I mean, using and utilizing Finx isn't a guaranteed way to get wins. You have to, he isn't a carry brawler, so to speak. You need to get a little bit of support going to get something with Finx. And he is good as support, but he needs some kind of confirmation for his shenanigans with his super and whatnot. And I don't think Finx has that right now. Okay. Hit Brawl Stars is dead. That guy's AFK, so it doesn't matter. You're not going to get kill confirmations alone. He just doesn't have that much of a damage output. I mean, maybe against squishies, he can solo super and it's going to work out, but if they have some kind of way to incentivize, or rather de-incentivize single target attacks, like the spike with his cactus, then you're not going to get much going. I'm going to put my super down here. Going to go for that guy. He gets taken out. If the ball could be passed, we can get something going. Yeah, I mean, if Kit just whacked me instead of jumped on me, that would have been some kind of defensive play, but that's not going to be the case. So from playing Finx, I've realized one major thing. This brawler is going to be great for support. He's definitely going to be S and A tier. The usability of Finx increases dramatically as you go higher up in elo. It's one of those brawlers that the skill cap is definitely a concern. And it's not about individual play, it's about team play. So Finx's abilities are very good for team plays. He's also good for assassination with his gadget and whatnot. I don't think you can go wrong with Finx. I would still say that he's probably going to be a mid to early pick brawler because Finx doesn't objectively counter a lot of brawlers, but he is a pretty safe pick because you really don't force your hand when you pick a Finx early on. So I think that with the hypercharge, that gives more credence and more viability for Finx to be picked up early. And I think this Finx hypercharge is really good. It's obviously not broken in the same realm as Ollie, but all said and done, I think that you really can't go wrong with Finx's hypercharge, and it's definitely one that I would cop. Well, that's it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to use code PAN in the shop, and I'll catch you guys in tomorrow's video where I'm going to go through Trunk's hypercharge.